So let's start right out. So psilocybin for healing. Why don't we go around and share, each of us, what our experience has been and what prompted you to begin the psilocybin use as healing with your clients. Beautiful. Catherine, do you want to go next?
Sure. Back in the day, it started because I was a deadhead, and I used to go to our Grateful Dead shows and with my friends and take acid and mushrooms. And people now kind of look down their nose on that as recreational use, which I think is better termed celebratory use. But we were actually using it in a spiritual way because we really would feel like we were worshiping at the shrine of this music that was being downloaded. And I had pure metaphysical experiences at some of those shows. I remember this one time I was just pulsating that God is in the body. You know, this was on psilocybin. It's like, God is in the body. It was just a full body experience rather than a mental idea. And so I was involved in that way. And then I went to, I decided to quit being a waitress and go to graduate school because my undergraduate degree was in English, and like it prepares you to wait tables. So I founded a graduate school called Transpersonal Psychology, which is psychology, which studies mainstream psychology plus all forms of spirituality. And one of the founders of transpersonal psychology was Stan Grof, who had before LSD was made illegal, had been doing research on the healing potentials of LSD and psychotherapy. So we thought that this was perfectly valid thing to study. And, you know, people forget that it goes back that long. It was in the 60s. It was considered very legitimate research, and not psilocybin as much that I'm aware of, but the healing potentials of psychedelics was something that we were studying way back then. And then over the years, before this recent psychedelic renaissance, I would have on my website that I was available for helping people with psychedelic experiences. I would get like one call a year, if that, for people who are interested in that kind of help. And then, of course, since Michael Pollan wrote this book, the phone just gets off the hook with people now with the psychedelic renaissance that's happening currently. Everyone becoming aware of the healing potential of psilocybin, MDMA, LSD, microdosing. It's actually very wonderful. So in my practice, I've always been open to it, always been interested in it, always found it to be a personal growth area of growth, and am happy to now be able to use that experience to help other people.